When I look back at my life, I feel like I have a lot of regret. I look back and I feel like I played it too safe. I didn't take a lot of chances. I didn't take a lot of risks. I was a bit too comfortable. And I'm a little bit disappointed in myself for doing that. I look back at my younger days and I look back and I think, man, like I should have grown some balls and asked that girl out. I should have tried new things. I should have joined more clubs when I was in college. I should have branched out more to meet new people and just explore different things. But I kind of just like kept to myself and stayed in my comfort zone, stayed within my shell. And it wasn't until, after COVID happened, after I moved out onto my own, living in my own, like, one-bedroom apartment, that's when I truly began to change that. I began to take more chances, take more risks. And I will say, overall, I'm still a very, I value comfort a lot in my life. I value consistency. I'm not like a huge risk taker compared to some other people. But I started to live a life with less regret. I started to take chances. I started to do things to get out of my comfort zone. Because you don't want to get older. You don't want to, like, let's say you get told that you're going to die tomorrow. So you have 24 hours left to live. And in those 24 hours, you start to think about, man, like, looking back on my life, what did I accomplish? What did I not accomplish? Is there anything that I wish I could have done differently? You start to think about all these things. And maybe you start to think to yourself, like, oh, like, man, I'm dying tomorrow. I wish I had done this. I wish I had done that. So, I know for me, one of the chances, one of the things that I did was, doing YouTube. That was something that I've always wanted to do ever since I was in high school. Because I would watch these YouTubers and I would look up to them and I would think to myself, like, oh, I kind of want to do that too. But I never did. I always had the opportunity to. It's not like I didn't own a smartphone or a laptop. Anybody is capable of making content. I was. But I just never did. So I think my only regret with this right now is that I just wish I had started earlier. But I guess it's better late than never. I want to be able to come on here and kind of use this as almost like a video diary where, I'm documenting my life, but I'm also just sharing my thoughts and just sharing how I feel in the moment. Because when I'm older, I can look back on this and be like, hey, I did this. I experienced this. I got to travel to this place. I got to do this sort of activity. I could look back at myself, just having fun and enjoying life. So I'm glad I'm doing this now. And, you gotta I would just say to anybody, if you have any sort of desire to create content, anybody can do it. If you own a phone, if you own a laptop, if you own a camera, you can do it. Even if you just own a phone, if the phone has a camera on it, you can do it. So if you're going to say something like, oh, well, I don't have the right equipment, that's not a good excuse. So, yeah, I mean, I would say for me, I definitely am living a more fulfilling life.